You feel it in the silence. The room is the same. The furniture has not moved, but the space between you has become an ocean. Her laughter is shorter. Her eyes meet yours for a fraction of a second less. The air in the house feels thin, brittle. You ask yourself the question, the one that loops in your mind. What did I do wrong? You replay the tapes. You did everything you were told. You were supportive. You were agreeable. You were nice. You avoided conflict. You put her first. You became the man you thought she wanted. But that is the illusion. And that illusion is the crack beneath your feet. You were taught that being nice was strength. It was not. It was a negotiation, born from a deep, hidden fear of abandonment. You thought respect was earned by agreement. It is not. It is earned by depth. This is the brutal truth of why she lost respect. It is not because you failed her. It is because you failed yourself. You abandoned your own center. You sacrificed your own integrity on the altar of her approval. You became an echo. And an echo can never be a foundation. An echo cannot hold weight. An echo cannot provide stillness in a storm. You feel that silence in the room? It is the sound of her nervous system searching for a foundation and finding only a reflection. It is the sound of her realizing she is alone in the room. This is not a judgment. It is a diagnosis. It is the diagnosis of a man who has confused his armor for his spine. The armor is your niceness. The armor is your constant agreement, your fear of saying no. It is the personality you built to be approved of. But respect is not given to armor. Respect is given to the man inside it. And for too long, you have been hiding. Today, that changes. Chapter 1. The Moment. Let us go back to the moment you first felt the shift. It was not a loud event. It was not a fight. It was a quiet Tuesday. You were in the car. You were talking about the future, or maybe just the weekend, and you offered an opinion. She disagreed. Instantly, you felt the spike of adrenaline, the old fear, the fear of discord. So you folded. You're right, you said. That makes more sense. You conceded the point, not because you were convinced, but because you were afraid of the tension. You wanted the tension to go away. In that moment, you thought you were being kind. You thought you were keeping the peace. But what she heard was not peace. What she heard was a void. What she felt was the absence of a man. She felt the absence of a second solid opinion. She felt in that moment that she was driving alone, even though you were in the passenger seat. Or perhaps it was at dinner. She was stressed, emotional. She spoke about her day with fire and frustration. The air was charged. You went into fix-it mode. You offered solutions. You tried to calm her down. Just breathe, you said. It's not that bad. You thought you were being the stable one. But what she felt was dismissal. She did not need a mechanic. She needed a mountain. She needed a presence so solid that she could be chaotic and know that you would not break, that you would not judge her, and that you would not try to fix her. Instead, you tried to manage her emotion, because her emotion made you uncomfortable. She saw it instantly. She saw that your calm was not true stillness. It was a desperate attempt to control the situation, to get your sense of peace back. These are the moments, the thousands of small concessions, the thousands of tiny abdications of your own center. They are the hairline fractures that over time shatter the very foundation of her respect. Chapter 2. The Nice Illusion. For most men, this is a deep confusion. We are taught to confuse two very different words, kindness and niceness. Kindness is a true virtue. Kindness comes from a place of strength and abundance. A kind man has a solid center, and from that center he chooses to be generous and compassionate. A kind man can also deliver a hard no. His yes has value because his no is real. Niceness is not a virtue. It is a strategy. It is a strategy of the weak, born from a scarcity mindset. The nice guy is not generous. He is bartering. He gives agreement, hoping to receive validation in return. He gives support, hoping to receive approval. He avoids conflict, hoping to receive peace. It is a constant, exhausting transaction. This is the core of the illusion. You thought you were being a good man, but you were being a safe man. And the two are not the same. You built a personality based on reaction. If she is happy, you are happy. If she is upset, you are anxious. If she disagrees, you feel threatened. Your entire emotional state is a reflection of hers. You are a mirror. At first, a mirror is comforting. It validates, it agrees, it reflects. But no one can build a life on a mirror. You cannot trust a mirror. You cannot lean on a mirror. A mirror has no depth. It has no center. It only shows you what you are already. Her nervous system, your nervous system. They are in a constant silent conversation. Her system is designed to test your system. It is asking at every moment, are you really there? Are you solid? If the storm comes, will you stand, or will you become the storm with me? When you are merely nice, when you fold at the first sign of conflict, when you abandon your own opinion to win her approval, her nervous system gets a clear answer. No, he is not there. He is an echo. And the moment she feels that, the moment she feels she is the only solid thing in the relationship, the respect begins to fade. It is not a choice she makes. It is a biological reality. It is the water turning to ice. If this hit somewhere deep, breathe once and hit subscribe. We're just getting started. Chapter 3. Brittle Armor versus True Foundation. The nice guy persona is not a foundation. It is brittle armor. It is the suit you built, piece by piece, since you were a boy, to protect you from the feeling of rejection. It looks strong, it is agreeable, it is polite, it is compliant, but it is hollow. And at the first sign of real pressure, a real-life crisis, a deep disagreement, her emotional chaos, that armor shatters, because it is not designed to hold pressure. It is designed to avoid it. When the armor shatters, she sees what is underneath, not a man, but a terrified boy. A boy who is desperate for her to not be angry. A boy who is terrified of being abandoned. A boy who will say anything or do anything to make the bad feeling go away. This is the moment she loses respect. Not because you are afraid. Everyone feels fear. She loses respect because you have become your fear. Your fear is now in charge. Your armor of niceness was just a cage for that fear. Now let us talk about the alternative, true foundation. A foundation is not an armor. An armor is worn. A foundation is built. An armor is designed to deflect. A foundation is designed to hold. The man who is a foundation is not nice. He is kind. He is present. He has done the work to find his own center, a center that exists independent of her approval. He has his own principles. He has his own purpose, separate from the relationship. He is not afraid of her anger. He is not afraid of her chaos. He is not afraid of her leaving, not because he is cold, but because he knows he will be okay. His sense of self is not up for negotiation. He is not a mirror reflecting her reality. He is the deep water of the ocean. She can be the storm on the surface, but she knows deep down that the ocean is calm and solid and deep. She can trust it. It can hold her. This is the shift from brittle armor to a true foundation, from a man who needs validation to a man who is the validation. This is the man who is respected. He does not chase it. He does not demand it. He simply is it. And her nervous system recognizes him, like a ship recognizes a lighthouse. Chapter 4. The 3 Common Conflicts. This transformation is tested. It is tested every day in small conflicts. Here are the 3 tests you are likely failing, the tests that dissolve respect. The first is the chaos test. This is the test of her emotion. She comes to you with stress, anger, sadness, or frustration. The emotion is high. The energy is fire. The failing move, the armor move, is to try and put the fire out. You placate. You rationalize. You offer solutions. Don't worry. It will be fine. You're overreacting. You do this because her fire makes you feel unsafe. You are not holding space for her. You are trying to put her back in a box that makes you comfortable. She feels this as a deep invalidation. You have failed the test. The foundation, the pass, is to become the container for the fire. You do not react. You do not fix. You simply listen. You provide a presence that is so calm, so solid, that she feels safe to finally fall apart. You are the stone walls of the fireplace. You are not afraid of her heat, so she can finally be warm. That is safety. That is respect. The second is the disagreement test. This is the test of your integrity. She challenges your opinion. She presents a different view. She asks, "Why do you think that?" The failing move is to fold. You immediately abandon your position. Oh, yay, you're right. You do it to avoid the friction. In doing so, you show her that your opinions are weightless. They are disposable. You have shown her that you are disposable for the price of her approval. You have failed the test. The foundation, the pass, is to hold your ground, not with aggression, but with calm integrity. I understand why you see it that way. But I see it differently. You do not need her to agree with you. You do not need to be right. You only need to be real. You show her that you have a spine, that you are a separate whole person. Respect is built on the bridge between 2 whole people, not on the merged identity of 2 halves. The third and most difficult is the silence test. This is the test of your own presence. The conversation lulls. She is in her own world, quiet. There is space between you. The failing move is to panic. You rush to fill the silence. You become anxious. Are you okay? Are you mad at me? What's wrong? You are seeking validation. You are asking her to manage your anxiety about the silence. You have become the patient. You have failed the test. The foundation, the pass, is to be comfortable in the silence. You let it be. You trust her. You trust yourself. You can sit in the room, in total silence, and be completely at peace. Your presence is the anchor. You are not demanding anything from her. You are simply there. This calm, non-needy presence is one of the most powerful forces of attraction and respect that exists. Chapter 5. And outro, reclaiming the foundation. So how do you make this shift? How do you stop being the echo and become the foundation? This is not a tactic. It is not a script you memorize. It is not a new way to talk to her. It is a new way to be with yourself. The solution is brutal, and it is simple. You must find a source of validation inside yourself that is more important than the validation you get from her. You must build your own center. This is the work. This is the work of finding your purpose, your mission, a reason for being that is not attached to her. What is the hard thing you are doing for you? What is the mountain you are climbing alone? This is the work of discipline. Physical discipline, to teach your body that you can withstand discomfort. Mental discipline, through meditation or stillness, to learn how to watch your own anxiety rise without acting on it. To learn to hold your own center. This is the work of detachment, not the cold detachment of someone who does not care, but the calm detachment of someone who is not afraid. The willingness to hold your beliefs. The willingness to say no. The willingness to risk the relationship, to maintain your own integrity. This is the great paradox. The moment you are truly willing to lose her, because you are no longer willing to lose yourself, is the moment respect begins to return. She cannot be your center. She cannot be your purpose. She cannot be your source of emotional stability. That is too much weight for her to carry. It is the job of a mother, not a partner. Your job is to be the foundation. Your job is to be the mountain. Your job is to be the deep, calm ocean. And when you do that work, when you find that stillness inside yourself, everything changes. The silence in the room is no longer an ocean between you. It becomes the ocean of calm inside of you. You stop being the echo. You stop being the brittle armor. You stop asking, "What did I do wrong?" You finally understand. It was never about what you did. It was about who you were. And you can choose, today, to be something different, to be something real. Subscribe if you choose the ocean over the armor. Join the men who are awake. In our next conversation, we will explore the 3 signs of a weak internal center and the daily disciplines required to build a foundation that can never be broken. Next episode, the 3 signs your center is weak and how to rebuild it in 30 days.